All right, what is up, Internet? Kyle here, Slapshot Toys. I believe we are live. And what is going on this Sunday evening? So, as you guys probably saw, I uploaded a new video today that went to the Great Ohio Toy Show up in Xenia, Ohio, with the great Josh Pence, and got some stuff. What's up, Trevor? How is it going this evening? Welcome. And so one of the things I got was this statue right here. Marissa, what is going on? How are you this Sunday evening? Thanks for joining. But I figured the wife had some reading that she had to do tonight, and she wanted to go sit out on the patio and just have a relaxed evening. And I figured, why not open this bad boy tonight? So figured I'd go ahead and go live. Yes, this thing, just the videos I watched, Trevor, honestly, I cannot wait to open this, which is why I'm, I uploaded the video today, and then I'm already doing the live stream because I cannot wait to get this thing open and see what it looks like. I am so incredibly excited. And then I also figured might as well go ahead and open this up to the so the Freddy from the 112 Collective. So yeah, I figured just go ahead and open both these up. Let's see, we got some other people in here. Mr. Teal, what is going on? Thank you so much for the kind words. Really, really appreciate it. That video honestly was a lot of fun to do. I mean, it's kind of easy to put together a video when I'm hanging out with Josh, because I mean, honestly, it's so much fun, and there's so much I had to edit out just because, like, I think we had like no joke, the intro, I cut a good 5 minutes out of that just because him and I were just BSing back and forth. It's just a lot of fun, and it's super easy when you're hanging out with good friends to be able to put together a pretty good video. Let's see, we have Kevin. What is going on? How are you doing this Sunday evening? Let's see. There's a Hellboy statue at my eye on. Nice. Which one? Do you know who? Excuse me. What maker makes it? I honestly haven't seen too many Hellboy statues, but it's not something that I typically look for. So I'm sure it's amazing. I'm super interested since this is. I do have one. This is the first statue I have like really went out and purchased myself. I do have one that I got from Cincy Nerd that is back here in this corner, which I love that piece. You can kind of, if I move this, you can see it right there. That premium format Batman statue. So this one will go nicely with that. But yeah, that's definitely a centerpiece in my collection. But this is like the first one that like I really like kind of did research on and was like really went out searching to find it and purchase it. So yeah, super excited to get this open. But yeah, I hope everyone's Sunday is going well. I know everyone that I saw in Josh's stream that just ended, hope everyone enjoyed that. That was awesome to see him kind of get back into the comic stuff and the graded comics and the comic art. I'm pushing him. He sent me this was like a couple weeks ago, he sent us a text about a page from the Darth Maul series that he was looking at, and I've been trying to kind of push him a little bit to get it because it was awesome for a really good price for like the page that actually had Maul like presented really nicely. So I definitely think you should get that. Let's see. Kevin asks, "Are you going to get a Batman to go with that Joker statue?" I think so. So like I said, this is my first like real statue. This is the first thing I've ever gotten from Tweeterhead, and so I just kind of wanted to see the quality. Everything I've seen as far as the reviews on YouTube and other reviewers and things like that, it looks amazing. And like everything that I have seen, I have a feeling it's going to surpass my expectations. But I kind of wanted to see what this one looks like first. But there's the blue and gray Batman. That's the statue from Tweeterhead that I really want to go with this. And then also I was talking to the owners of O'Smiley's, and they were saying that they have one pre-order spot left for the Robin, and I looked at that one online, and I kind of like the look of that as well. So I think that may be possibly another one once that really comes out. getting the Robin to go with it as well. But like I said, I just wanted to see kind of the quality, since I mean, I'll be very honest with you, until Kevin from O'Smiley's actually suggested this statue, I know nothing about Tweeterhead. It's not something that, like I said, it's not something that I've ever really researched. It's not something that I've ever really looked at. So this is like a whole new world for me, since I'm predominantly Hot Toys and 6-inch plastic figures from DC Direct and McFarlane. So yeah, I'm super excited to tear this guy open and see what the statue is all about. So let's see how we're about to watch your last video and you came on live. Nice. Mike and Kelly from Orlando. Thank you guys so much for joining. Yeah, I'm really happy you guys were able to catch this live. Welcome, and thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I know you guys sent me a message saying you guys had found me because of Josh, and I really appreciate you guys checking me out. Yeah, like everyone in this chat, it's awesome. Thank you guys so much for spending your Sunday evening with me. Let's see, one of my favorite new channels, bro. Dude, Mr. Teal, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't know, like lately it's just been like one of those things, like really getting back into Batman and all that has really just kind of really fired up, like, I guess my YouTube desire as well. So like really trying to like up the channel and be more precise, like with what the content I'm making, and like, even just something like updating my graphics like I did today, and adding a little intro and just trying to, make it a little bit more professional. So hopefully, that's coming through and you guys are enjoying all these videos, because I'm having a blast putting them together. And these live streams, these are so much fun. Because like I'm sitting in my basement playing with toys anyway. I might as well, come on and hang out with all you guys, because that's what makes this community great. And speak of the devil, Josh Pence, what is going on? So Josh, I don't know if your children are watching, but after my little Q&A session yesterday, I highly contemplated going back and like just setting up a little thing like actually in front of my collection, so they could finally say that I'm not on the couch for my live stream. Which is kind of the reason why I did, like on my video today, I kind of did that. I set up a little, like in the corner at my collection, I set up a little, like a little table so I could do it just to give a different little view. Parker's watching now. So yeah, that is directly for Parker, since he had the question of, do you always sit on your couch when you live stream? Yes, I do. And so I think what I'm gonna do is, the wife and I, we've been talking for years. So like we have like a pretty good space in between the couch and the back like edge of our basement here. And it's like the perfect size for a high top bar table. And we've been talking for years that we're actually gonna, like, we need to get one. And now that I actually have some of these statues, I think that's what we're gonna do, and that's where I'm gonna display these. It's like a centerpiece on that table. So so I actually think once we get that, then I'm actually gonna start doing live streams and everything from that table. And I think it would look, a little bit nicer to have a clearer picture in the background of the collection, so you guys can kind of see it a little bit better instead of just being off in the distance. So let's see. So I got to backtrack just a little bit. Trevor Morris had been telling Josh he would like the CGC game for a while. Yeah, no, I think especially the Star Wars comics, like there's something, like Josh and I were talking about this yesterday, there's something about a graded slab, and it just displays so nicely. Like it's pretty much framed art. It's framed art in a plastic shell that you can hang up on the wall, and they make actual frames that you can stick them in. So I think that would look amazing in his collection. The pages and art that he has, it looks so good. And yeah, I'm excited to watch him get into kind of the world of the graded comics and the original art, because that's one of my passions, is going to a show and making connections with these artists and getting original pieces. Like, don't get me wrong, I love these statues, I love Hot Toys, I love figures, but they are mass produced. Like I think there's 800 of these out there. Art is the one thing, even if they're trying to replicate something they've done before, there's still differences. It is a one-on-one, or it's a one-of-one original piece that only you have in your collection, and there's just something insanely special about that. So that's my biggest thing. Like, if you're ever going to a con, if you guys ever ask me what you should do at a con, original art, original art, original art, original art, original art. There's something just unbelievable about it. And it's really cool, like if you meet like a lot of these up and coming artists, like they're so kind of grateful and just want to get their name out there, and they love it. Like when you stop by and you find an artist that you love their work, and you help support them, like you're making their dreams come true by being a fan, by becoming someone that excuse me, like someone that's like really appreciative of their art, and you get to buy a one of one piece. So I always recommend that. And sorry, just to go on a little bit of a rant there. Let's see, Matthew, what is going on? Let's see, what scale is it? 1/5. So no, this is actually a 1/6 scale. With the base, it online says it measures about 17 inches tall. So I think the figure itself is a 1/6 scale, and then there's like a pretty good size base that it comes with like a bunch of detail of like the Joker gas leaking out of a canister, and a bunch of other little details. So super excited to get this open. So yeah, I believe it's 1/6 scale. Actually, you can't see it, but it does say right there, 1/6 scale, limited edition maquette. So it is 1/6. Let's see. Intro looked good. Thank you, Mr. Teal. I really appreciate it. That was a labor of love because I've never used After Effects before, and I taught myself how to use After Effects over like 3 days. Well, I didn't teach myself. I know very, very, very limited basic things, and I tried to make that whole intro myself by using After Effects, and now it's like kind of a chance for me to continue to learn and hopefully get better at it. Because I'm enjoying trying to learn After Effects. So yeah, so I'm glad you thought it looked cool. Let's see. Kevin says, yeah, that blue Batman statue is a really good piece. Yeah, and and the reason I really want the blue is because everything in my collection predominantly is black and gray Batman, and I love this, like the stark contrast of the yellow oval symbol, and then you have like the bright blue cape. You have the nice like light powder gray suit. I think it looks fantastic. I love the color contrast, and I really, really think, yeah, it just pops so incredibly well. So I really want the blue version of the statue that goes along with this Joker. Let's see. Matthew says, hell yeah, brother. Happy to hear. I'm doing good. Just in the kitchen, whipping up some food. Egg in a nest. Nice. Let's see. The outro is a nice setup, man. Awesome, man. Thanks. I appreciate it. I want to get a few slabs, as you should, Josh. You definitely should. Wally says, hello from New York. You rock. Thank you so much for joining. I really, 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 really appreciate you being on this stream. And we'll get to opening up this statue in here in just a second. Let's see. I messaged Adam during my stream. Nice. Adam's such a good dude. Like, I love his art. Like, I need to have him do a big 11x17 Batman piece for me. I should have bought that Bane when he did the pencils and inks from that last year, but unfortunately I didn't. that was such an awesome piece. They make nice compliments to Hot Toys and statues. Yeah, I think like the thing I'm really kind of interested about statues, and I think Josh told me this this was probably about a year ago when I said something about statues. We were kind of talking about them, and he was like, how much do you actually pose your action figures? I don't. I keep them in very vanilla poses, except for a couple. And the nice thing about statues is they're already in an awesome pose. So all you got to do is basically take it out of the box, and it looks amazing. And it has like all these like little details and accessories. I don't know. They just look a little bit more dynamic than Hot Toys, but. Don't get me wrong, I love Hot Toys. I love like the soft goods. I'm going to be still collecting all the Batman ones, but I think statues are definitely kind of a nice breakup of nothing but Hot Toys. So I'm excited to get into it a little bit. It's funny seeing you get tongue-tied in Josh's car. Yeah, so that was probably like one of my favorite parts of the video, was because I could, like, as you guys saw, like I could not talk. Like, I think I tried it. I think there was like at least two or three more attempts that I actually cut out, that I just got tongue-tied, and I don't know, it was fun. And that's like the fun thing about making these videos, is I try to put in like a lot of just kind of the humorous stuff, like, us just like sitting in a car chatting about stuff, because I don't know, like to me, that's kind of the fun of like these trips and stuff like that, is to kind of give you guys like not an experience, but like you guys feel like you're along with us, and you kind of see how we are just riding in the car. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'm glad you thought that was funny because I was cracking up even though I knew it was coming and I had watched it 100 times editing it. It still made me laugh when I went and rewatched the video this afternoon. Let's see, Rob. So 1/6 scale, Mr. Teal. Yep, 1/6 scale. See, what's your opinion on the Marvel movies? You think they're better than DC movies? Yes, I do. I do. Like, obviously, I am a DC guy. Batman is my love, and I enjoy. Hey, hang on. How do I put this? I enjoy the DC movies. I don't think they are god awful. There are things that I take. There's things from each movie that I take away that I enjoyed. I really like Ben Affleck's portrayal of Batman in BVS and he was barely in Suicide Squad, Justice League. But I think where DC is failing currently, except for obviously Joker, because that in my mind was a masterpiece. Obviously, the Nolan trilogy was a masterpiece. Those are phenomenal because they were their own standalone things. It wasn't this forced DCU that DC's trying to make to mirror Marvel. And I think that's where DC's biggest fault is currently, is they're not willing to take the time. So you got to think Marvel built their cinematic universe over 10 freaking years. They didn't try to do it in one movie. They didn't try to do it, in 2 movies. They took 10 years, built all the characters, gave them their own backstories, and just kept building upon one another. DC is just trying to jump from Batman vs. Superman and just try to have this shared universe where there's no continuity, no real continuity. There's no building up characters. There's no character development. And they try to shove like 7 storylines in all these movies. And that's where I'm like, why? You need to scale back. Like, I get it. Marvel's making a ton of money. You want to make a ton of money. You want Batman out there. You want Wonder Woman out there. You want, all your characters out there. But at some point, you have to slow down and be more focused on the story you're telling instead of just trying to cash in on what Marvel is doing. And I think that's where, like the Joker, since it is its own thing, was so successful because they weren't trying to mimic anything. And even to an extent, I really like Birds of Prey. I love that movie. I bought it as soon as it came out on like the on-demand, the early release, since obviously all this stuff closed down theaters. I loved it. Like, now, it was trying to be Deadpool. Like, it definitely had a lot of Deadpool influences, but it was still its own thing. It had its quirkiness. Harley is awesome. I love just like there are so many memorable scenes. Like, like when she's actually in like the story or the evidence locker. Like, there's so many funny things. It stands on its own merits. Whereas a lot of the other movies just, I don't know, like there's too much going on. There's too many characters. They're not building slowly enough. So yes, I personally like the Marvel movies better. I like the characters in DC better, but I don't think DC right now is doing, unfortunately, a really good job with their movies. I hope the new Wonder Woman will change that. I really like the first one, and I'm really hoping that they'll continue this trend of kind of retooling and slowing down and just giving these characters the time and love and attention that they deserve. Because DC movies could be fantastic if they, like I said, just slow down. Because even Aquaman I actually really liked. There was a lot. Like, it had its issues, but overall I did like Aquaman as well. So, and Shazam. How did I forget about Shazam? I really liked that one. I thought that was hysterically fun. And again, it was its own thing. It fit outside the universe, and it was perfect. So let's see. Sorry, that was another really, really freaking long answer. Daniel Power, what is going on? Batman Retro Look for Me rocks. Yep, fully agree. Not Art Adams. Neil Adams. Art Adams is his son. Neil Adams is one of my favorite Batman artists, and I think is one of the most influential Batman artists for the modern Batman. And that was his look, was the blue suit or the blue cape, blue gloves, blue cowl, and then the gray body, and it's just gorgeous. And that's what I always think of when I think of Batman, is that retro blue and gray look. Let's see. I like your Joker statue. Cool. I like your Joker statue. It is cool too. Thank you. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get this guy open here in a second. Josh asks, how do I feel about CBCS? It's not bad, but the standard is CGC. CBCS. There's a lot of corner cutting, if that's the right word. They're not as particular with their grading. Now, like, the thing about grading is it's all subjective to the graders. So I think typically they're supposed to have 3 different graders grade a book. Like if you send it actually into CGC, I'm pretty sure 3 go, and they basically give an average out of the 3 grades that it gets, and then that's what the final grade is. CBCS, a lot of times they'll give a book a lot higher grade, and then when the slab breaks, or let's say you go to get it signed, and then you give it to CGC to grade the signing, they actually give it a lower grade because they're not CBCS is not as thorough. It doesn't have as as rigorous of grading. So that's my only issue. Like there's nothing wrong with them. Like their stuff is usually a little bit cheaper than CGC, but it's kind of almost like one of those things you kind of get what you pay for a little bit. I know a lot of books that are graded perfectly, and they would be the same at CGC as they are at CBCS, but I don't know, it just a little bit leery of CBCS just because it is kind of the second rate grading thing. CGC is the standard for the industry. So yeah, as long as the price isn't like too crazy, like if it was a very high dollar book, I would only try to get CGC. If it's something that's maybe in like the under $100, CBCS I think would be fine. But if you're going after like let's just use an example, like a Walking Dead #1 that's like a 9.8, that needs to be I would go 1000% CGC on something like that. Yeah, Trevor says same thing. CGC. Yep. Yeah, it's CBS. Yeah, CBCS. Just they just don't. Yeah, they're just not as good in my opinion. Oh, nice. Signed by Ray Park, CBCS. So that's the thing. They're if you want it just for the accreditation and not necessarily the actual grade, if you just want the actual accreditation of it being signed by Ray Park, CBCS is fine, because that is still a proof that was signed by Ray Park, and then CGC would also honor that because that was a actual authenticated signature. So yeah, as long as it's not like a high dollar book and you're not paying a ton for it outside of what Ray Park's autograph is worth, I think you'd be fine going CBCS on that, something like that. Yeah, Trevor said the same thing. You can always just crack it and then have it resubmitted by CGC. $100. Yeah, and I don't know what Ray Park's autograph goes for, so that may be right in line with what you would pay for just a signature and a comic book anyway. So. Trevor says CG. I thought CGC would recognize if it actually had the autograph, actual stamp and everything in the top of the slab. I could be wrong though. I could be 1% wrong on that. I haven't had anything graded in a very long time. Matthew says the videos have been great. Love the intro and outro. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Matthew. Shane says I like your live chat on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Let's see, what would be a line to get into when collecting the classic monsters like Dracula Wolfman without breaking the bank? Honestly, I would go the new Mego stuff. They do a lot of the classic monster stuff that looks really good, and I mean it's got that retro 70s feel. But I mean, for something on a card and a lot of the classic Universal monsters, I think that would be a nice one to go with. I honestly don't know. I know Mezco did Frankenstein, but outside of Frankenstein, and I hope they do all the rest of them, because I would love all the, get a Wolfman, get a Dracula, get a Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think those characters in the Mezco 112 would be amazing. But I really don't know, outside of, I think maybe McFarlane did some of his movie Maniacs. I think some of those were done for the Universal monsters, but I really don't know too many lines that actually have done the classic Universal monsters. Maybe someone in the chat would know a little bit more than me, but I really don't know what other lines there would be. Let's see. Man of Steel is fantastic. I honestly, full transparency, to borrow Josh's phrase, I am not a big Superman fan. Never have been. I think he's a little bit overpowered, but that's fine. I enjoyed Man of Steel. Not my favorite movie, just because, like I said, the character itself necessarily is not, I don't necessarily connect with, but I enjoyed Man of Steel for what it is. I thought it was decent. So Kyle, what did you think about Arrow? For me, I love its first 2 seasons. So I'm not a big fan of the CW shows. My wife watched them, and I watched, I think, the first maybe 8 episodes of Arrow on season 1, and it just didn't connect with me. That, and I have like a, when it comes to TV shows, I have a little bit of a short attention span. I usually just like 20-minute comedies that I can kind of throw on the background. I'm more of a like comic reader. I'm not, or like a movie person. I'm just not a huge TV watcher. So I really haven't honestly gotten into Arrow or any of the other CD or CW shows, unfortunately. Let's see. I don't think they will. I think the main reason CGC, CBS, because they have an online census. I don't think they will. But enjoy. BG, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks for joining the live stream. Simon says, evening. How's it going, Simon? How are you doing tonight? Benji says, oh, that Tweeterhead Joker is a great piece. Congrats, man. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to get this open. And we're going to go ahead and... Actually, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do this one first. So just real quick, we'll go ahead and open up my Freddy while we're sitting here looking at the comments. So I can actually like have something to show you guys. So I'm not just sitting here just chatting. Night of Ren, what's going on? How are you doing tonight? Super 7 has the Reaction Universal monster figures. The Reaction, those are like the little 3 3/4 like carded looking figures, right? Those are pretty cool. I've seen those, and I think I have actually seen at Barnes & Noble some of the Universal Monsters ones. So yeah, and I don't think those are very expensive. I think they're like what, $10 a pop maybe, if they're even that expensive. So that could be something definitely to look into. Simon says, hey, Knight. Knight says, hi, Simon. Dude, I found a CG slab at the Bounty Hunter #1 that I bought yesterday. I'm just ready to buy them for the cover right now. Yeah, I saw on your stream that you showed that on the eBay. I think it was the eBay page. But yeah, no, dude, I'm so excited that you're buying slab comics. That is awesome. That Mezco though, fire. I'm really excited. He was pretty much the only horror one outside of Frankenstein that I'm missing in the collection. So of course I had to get Freddy to go with my Jason, so I can set up a Freddy versus Jason type little diorama. Joker is the best, especially living right by 3 iconic stairways in the Bronx, right by the house. That's awesome. That is really, really freaking cool. That's such an iconic scene, him like dancing down the staircase. That's awesome. Did I get the new Mezco blade? I did not, and the reason being is because I have the old one, and I really like Blade. He fits with my horror collection really, really well. I just didn't feel like I need 2 of that figure, even though they are obviously different, because this one's, the MDX is a little bit more comic book looking as opposed to the actual Wesley Snipes one that I have, but I just passed on him. I might get him at some point, but as of right now, I don't feel like he's really necessary for my collection, so I haven't gotten him. You've been tempting me with that Alex the Large. I love that figure. If you are a Clockwork Orange fan, it's awesome. Like that was one of my favorite books and movies. Like I actually did my senior thesis on that book and movie. So yeah, super, super excited I can't believe they made a 112 of Clockwork Orange Alex, but awesome. Let's see, my Walmart has like 20 of those Bounty Hunters #1. Nice. So you're popping in and out. Nah, well, I kind of was, but no, I saw probably, I'd say at least 80% of it. So no, you're good, man. I always watch it. Anytime that you're live or anytime any of you guys are live, I always try to jump in and watch as much as I can. Here's my grab out Superman. Every single superhero has some alternate set of skills outside of their superpowers. You take away Superman's powers and he's worthless. He has no other skill set. Yeah, I mean, but I think you, like, with how not overpowered, but like how powered he is, I think that kind of has to be his, like, I don't know, his kind of his Achilles heel, that it's either all or nothing for him. I don't know. It's just, I have trouble finding like the flaws in Superman a lot of times. And honestly, it wasn't something that I ever like really read as a kid. It was always Batman for me. So it's just something that, you know, I didn't really read Superman until later in life, and it just never really clicked. So, but no, I enjoy the movies and everything like that. Let's see, one to stock and one to rock, right? So you gotta do that when you're collecting slab books. Love the look of that Freddy, man. Got my Mezco Baron Benz in yesterday. Nice. Let's see. Have you checked out the McFarlane Arkham Batman and Joker? I unboxed them on my channel. I was impressed. No, Ant, I have not, and I need to watch your video. I saw that the other day, and I started watching it, and then I forget, there was something, I think think we had to go do something, and our dogs or something needed something, but I wasn't able to actually finish watching it, so I need to watch it. I saw them for the first time yesterday at the show, and they look amazing. I cannot wait to pick those up. So I am super excited for those, and I'm super excited to check out your video so I can kind of get some good details on those figures. Let's see. E-Rock Josh. Looks like it's going to be Mezco for me. That's why Bizarro, he's flawed. That's why I like Bizarro. He's a flawed Superman. That's actually a really good character pick. He definitely is. Let's see. Tobey Maguire for sure. So I think I'm caught up. What do you think of the McFarlane Hellbat suit? I freaking love that figure. It's amazing. It is so hefty. Like, I bet you that thing weighs a good pound. It is a super solid piece. The articulation on it is great. And yeah, I love that entire line. And every time I think of one, I'm like, oh, that's my favorite from the line. So I'm not going to say that's my favorite, but it is really, really freaking cool. So I would highly recommend that one to pick up. And that's one of the ones that is a little bit harder to find. So if you're able to find it, definitely pick it up, because you will not be disappointed at all. Let's see. Say, have the Crusaders leave the toy stores over there yet? No, not that I'm aware of. Wally says, "Dude, that Freddy is badass." Yeah. Sorry, this is a new phone. I'm not exactly sure where the camera is. And since Josh is in here, I'm going to do the Pence and see if I can get it to work. Since he couldn't get it to work the other day when I was on his live stream, see if I can do it maybe a little bit better. Not really. I can't tell if this is focusing or not. But man, that freaking head sculpt, that is freaking gorgeous. Oh, I can't believe they got all those scars and even just I don't know, almost like oozingness out of the wounds there on his face just look fantastic. Got a ton of detail, even blood stains all throughout the sweater. That is awesome. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about, just kind of looking at this, so this is actually kind of screen printed on the stripes in the sweater. It's not an actual green fabric. I'm a little bit afraid that might rub off in time. That's an interesting choice that they didn't actually just make a lined sweater and they did a actual screen print on top of that. That's a little bit concerning, but that's all right. I think it'll be all right. Let's see. What is my favorite? Josh says Pensett. Yeah. Since he said Pensett from behind. So I think we need to have a shirt. We need to actually that'd be a really good shirt. Just a figure right there with the hand, and on the back it just says Pensett. Talk to the Pence. Take it back to the 90s. Take it, or talk to the hand. Oh my, I'm an idiot. But let's see. My favorite Batman figure. Oh, actually, no, that's not a hard question. My favorite figure that I own is the Batman Returns Hot Toy, because Batman Returns is my favorite Batman movie. That was the first Batman movie I saw in the theater with my dad, and that was the first ever Hot Toy that I bought. So that knocks every check mark on my list. So yeah, no, it's by far the Batman Returns Michael Keaton Hot Toy. I love that freaking piece. So that is definitely my favorite one. Let's see. Thanks so much for the support. Appreciate it. NECA Horror Ultimate Series. Now looking at Mezco's. Highly thinking about getting those. I never got into NECA because there's so many different versions of the characters. And the one thing I like is, so far, they've really only brought out one version of Mezco, the 112, of all the characters. And they've all been fantastic. So yeah, I highly recommend if you're looking for obviously it's a little bit more expensive. You get pretty much three NECAs for one Mezco, but the quality of these are unbelievable and they look fantastic. Daniel asks, what are the claws made of? They are made of plastic. They are not, these are not metal. It would have been really, really cool if they were metal, but no, they're just PVC or PVC plastic. So no metal there. So what we have with this figure is, that's cool. So we have the base here, which is the movie poster from Nightmare on Elm Street. So really, really cool looking base on this figure. And then what we have here are, so there are things that we have. We can kind of see here, we have 3 other head sculpts, as I just like knocked his hands all out of the box, which was what I was trying not to do, which I totally failed at. But I'll just pull them out. We'll do it that way. All right, so if we take a look here, go ahead and unwrap these real quick. So what we have here is the kind of Grimacing. See if we can get that to focus. So the Grimacing face sculpt right there. Oh, I like this one. I really like this one. So we have this one, the really sinister looking smile there. Again, just looks freaking fantastic. And then the third one, if I can get this out. I think I already know which one I'm gonna display it with. I think it's gonna be that that little evil grin. And this one looks really cool too. It's the chopped off or like the skinned off face. So you just have the skull there with the eyeballs, with the, I guess like surprised look. The little and then we do get the actual. If I can get this out, I have no nails. And then we do get the actual like skin from the skinned off face. So that is freaking cool. And then kind of some of the other stuff you do get, another glove with the kind of iconic point of what the heck was that? That wasn't a Pence. That's a Kyle where I just block the freaking thing I'm trying to show you. That's what we can call that. That's Kyling a figure. Yeah, so you have the kind of iconic little like motioning, like the little come here kind of motion there with the hand. That's awesome. And then the other hands are the burnt, or the basically the scarred hands, and then we have the one with the chopped off fingers, and then the green ooze blood just like gushing out. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much all the accessories. Oh, and then it does come with looks like I guess that's like the trash can lid. I think that's what that is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then it does come with his, as I dropped it on the ground, his fedora. So you can't have Freddy without his hat. So you do get the hat right there. So yeah, so gorgeous looking piece. This is I'm super excited to get this posed and into the collection, because Freddy is definitely one of my favorites, him and Jason. So yeah, this looks really, really freaking cool. So let's go ahead and get him standing here on the base. Let's see. Sorry, I was busy playing with Freddy. Let's see. JJMR, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. And I would 100% buy that shirt. Yeah, I think we need to do a Pence, the Pence shirt, or we need some slogan, but have just the hand up with the figure in front of it. Let's see. Simon, cool. Thanks for joining, brother. Thank you. Let's see. Maybe one day we can stream, talk comic stuff, maybe answer my questions. Dude, that'd be awesome. Yeah, anytime you want to do, I know that's kind of what we were talking about on the next Sweet Spot stream, was talking comics. So if we want to do that, anytime. But you know me, I'm always down to talk comics and toys and anything else. So yeah, just let me know whenever you want to do it. And we can talk original art, we can talk comics, we can talk anything. I am always down. The Mezco Freddy is definitely cool, but I don't like that his clothes aren't dirty. I mean, they are like there's like not super dirty, but if you look, like there is some definite weathering to them. Like there's a lot of blood all over them. I mean, it's not super dirty, but there is definitely some weathering effects all throughout the sleeves and everything like that. It's just not as pronounced as maybe some of the other figures, but they are weathered. Let's see. Sounds like a cool idea stream. I agree. Awesome idea. Fully agree. That Freddy is sweet, man. Thanks, Trevor. Because I would love to start throwing stuff back in the contents. This would help. Dude, like I said, me and comics, I love it. So I could talk comics all freaking day. I feel like since I haven't done the Syndic Comics like live stream in like 2 years, I definitely miss talking comics. Let's see. That's awesome. Jason's my favorite. I start with him. The Jason is awesome. I highly recommend that. I think you can find that pretty cheap. I think I've seen it for like down to like 50 or 60 bucks. So definitely pick that one up if you are able to. Kiwi, what is going on? How are you doing? Let's see. Mezco, Matthew, 1000% agree. They better do a freaking Ghostface. I'm shocked that they haven't done it yet. I demand that they do a Scream Ghostface because I will buy that in a second. That would be amazing. I was actually thinking about that the other day, that they need to do a Ghostface. They need to do a Ghostface and they need to do the Crow. Both of those I have to have in a Mezco form, like as soon as possible. So I really hope they're working on getting the license for those two. Let's see. Daniel asked, have I seen the new Justice League Dark anime movie? I have not. I've been meaning to sit down and watch it, but I have not had the chance yet. So hopefully I'll be doing that. Hopefully, like in the next, I don't know, couple weeks. But we will see. How's everyone doing today? Q wants to know. Hopefully everyone's doing good. Goodbye, that Freddy is awesome. Let's see, Kiwi Collector, how you doing? Kiwi. Can I guess that you own a huge Batman Tumbler vehicle it came out with? That thing is huge. I do not. I have the '89 Batmobile, which is sitting on my coffee table right here. That's the huge one that I have. It's like almost 2.5 feet long, and it was like 4,000 pieces. That's a huge set. The tumbler, our local toy department store actually just got one of those in. I really, really want to buy it. It's just right now there's funds like for other things, and how big this '89 Batmobile is, I really don't know where I would put the tumbler. So, but at some point I would love to pick that up and put that together. But that's probably down the line a little bit. Maybe in the winter when I'm don't have a whole lot to do outside and we're cooped up. If we're still cooped up, then definitely we'll need some more Lego sets. So that one will definitely be on my list. But it looks amazing. Let's see. Damn, man, I'm glad Matt is over. Hungover. So yeah, I kind of, if you guys saw me on Josh's chat last night, I was sorry. I was kind of annoying last night on his chat, but I definitely was feeling pretty good myself last night, and it was a little bit rough waking up this morning. But let's see. I'd love to see Mezco do a Creature from Black Lagoon. Same here. I think that would be amazing. Don asked, favorite Batmobile. Honestly, I think it's between. I think it's Batman Forever. I think that one, like just that design, just the architecture of it, and like all the sharp edges. I think that one is awesome. Like, don't be wrong, I freaking love the Batman Returns in '89 Batmobiles. I think Tim Burton did an awesome job in that kind of design concept and the look of it. But I do think my personal favorite, just aesthetically, is Batman Forever. I think just the look of that Batmobile was amazing, and I love the suits. Like I know the bat nipples, all that like controversy, but I really like the suits from Batman Forever and Batman Robin. I think they looked really, really cool. So let's see. Yeah, one thing that kind of annoys me about the NECA is that they made legit 1,000 versions of it, like with different accessories too. Yep, and that was always my like kind of drawback of getting into the NECA lines, was there's just so many different ones, and they all look cool, and they all came with different things. Okay, so if you guys watch my channel, you guys know that like Evil Dead is like one of my all-time favorite movies. I love Ash, like I just love that whole series. And I really wanted to get into the Evil Dead like line, but they made like so many different like ultimate versions of Ash. One of them didn't even have his hand chopped off. It came with like, a full arm and a shotgun. I'm like, that's not Ash. But then like another version came with a sawed off hand, and there were so many different versions, and I'm not necessarily like one to, if it's the same version of like the exact same character, I typically don't buy more than one. But I just couldn't get myself into NECA, even though they are amazing. And I would love to get into Predators. And that's the thing I like about Mezco, is like now they're doing an Alien and Predator for Mezco. So I'm like, perfect. I can just get the one that fits in the line that I have, and I'm golden. I don't have to buy 17 different ones to be able to complete the line. So Tumblr is my Lego baby. Nice. Yeah, I've watched so many freaking videos on that. I would love to get it. Hopefully I will one day. Nightwalker, what is going on? I'm definitely getting the NECA Ghostface, but yeah, 100% Slapshot. Super surprised Mezco hasn't gotten a horror license yet. Hopefully they get it soon. Yeah, and I really don't know who controls Scream. I think that was a Miramax movie, I think. So I don't know who owns all that now, but it'd be awesome if we actually get a any Scream properties from Mezco. I think you get the Ghostface Killer with like all like the robes and just like, you know, the iconic mask and the knife, and like I think it could be really cool, a really cool piece. And especially with like what they did with the Mezco it like the stitch work and everything, I think they would just knock it out of the freaking park. Sweet Spot stream, yes, that is something everyone needs to be excited for because it's just a good time. It's so much fun. Super Saiyan stream. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about Dragon Ball Z, but I mean, we can hopefully watch something. Watch out for looters. Yeah, everyone stay safe right now. I know there's a lot going on that's crazy, but hopefully everyone is staying safe and you know, and everybody's good on this Sunday. Let's see. Forever such a strong design. I hear you. Yep. Oh, how did I forget about the animated series Batman, Batmobile? That one's another just super iconic, super like clean and boxy look. It's definitely up there. I'd agree. Dude, the Batmobile forever is amazing. I love the blue lights. And I think, yeah, and I think that's what got me was like you had all the architecture, like the shell of it, but then you had like the glowing blue lights on the inside. Could you imagine if like Hot Toys or someone did like a 1/6 scale of that? Oh, I'd buy that so freaking quick. That is just absolutely gorgeous. Let's see. Thanks for joining the Trevor. Yes, everybody in here, if you haven't joined the Pens Pack on Facebook, go do that now. That is a awesome community. A lot of good people in there. Go support Josh and join and have some fun with us over in the Pens Pack. Wanted to keep waiting to and getting distracted. I can't remember what I said. Or if you're talking to someone else. Let's see. Hit that like button. Thank you, Rob. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Spyglass brought the rights to the Scream franchise. Okay, yeah, I didn't know who had the rights at this point. Since I knew like everything basically, I'm sure it's in some way, shape, or form Disney owns it because Disney just owns freaking everything right now. The Batmobile from Batman Beyond is my favorite Batmobile. Design the cockpit. That's another one I forgot about. I wasn't thinking about the animated series at all. So that is another very strong. Another very strong Batmobile. See, I want to see Mezco do a Leatherface. That would be another. I can't believe I mean, Texas Chainsaw is such a popular franchise. I cannot believe they have not done that yet. Let's see. I collect the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie figs, and they've released the turtles like 4 times with different accessories, so you feel like you missed out. Right, and that is part of the cool thing about NECA is they do release so many different ones that honestly, if you miss out on one, they're probably doing another one. So that is like the good side of kind of doing a bunch of re-releases and new accessories and stuff like that, is eventually you can get the figure and you can kind of get the one that you want. So yeah, all right. So I think I'm caught up on the chat. So let's go ahead and we're going to get into the main course tonight, and we're going to go ahead and open up this Joker if I can get my fingers underneath the little tab here. So huge shout out. I don't know if Kevin's in here. I haven't seen him post anything, but so this was recommended to me. If you watched my video, you guys kind of heard the story. When we were in O'Smiley's last week, Kevin, the owner, we were kind of talking, and he knows I'm a huge Batman collector, and I bought in a lot of Batman pieces from them. And we were kind of talking, and I asked him, I was like, hey, do you have anything Batman related that I might be interested in? He said, no, not really, because I'm really looking for a couple like Sideshow 1/6 scale figures. Like I really need the Harley because she's like the only one I'm really missing from the Sideshow line. And he said, no, they didn't have anything like that. But he was like, one thing that I think you'd really be interested in is the statue. And he told me to go look at some reviews, and I did, and I fell in love. So huge shout out to Kevin for the recommendation, and statues really weren't something that I was really looking for. and it's probably something I would have never looked up a review for. But I'm here lurking, but I'm nervous. I want it to live up to the hype. Dude, if it's anything like the videos that I saw like online, like watching reviews before this, we're golden. So, and I'm afraid because, like I said, this is going to be this is going to be a black hole. Like I know you guys had the blue Batman, and yeah, I'm so excited. All right, so here we go. So of course we have the protective styrofoam here. All right. And then it does not tell us which is top and which is bottom, so we're just going to guess here. And I have my trusty pair of scissors. But yeah, I like that comment, Kevin. But that's awesome. But no, I have full trust in you. I know you know Batman, and I know you have very similar tastes, I think, to me. So if you how sure you were that I was gonna like this, that's why I even looked up the reviews, and yeah, no, we're good. So that blue one, or the blue Batman statue, that's probably my next purchase from you guys. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's see. It's like all this tape. You don't have to do this with Hot Toys. You just you just kind of open up the box and slide it out. You don't have to actually go through the styrofoam and tape and everything else. So I'm sure this is like riveting live streaming, is me just cutting through tape on a styrofoam box. Let's see. Josh, are you picking up more than Battle Droids? Let's see. Josh, I'll let you answer that since I obviously can't talk for you on that. Are you talking about like the Battle Droids, like another one of the Sideshow 6-scale ones? Coming to read some stuff of the DC. So the DC Black Label stuff is awesome. The one I would recommend, honestly, the most is Batman White Knight. That is phenomenal, from Sean Murphy. The other one that I would recommend to pick up that's out right now is just the Harley series. I think it's called Harleen. That is another awesome, like really, really adult take on the character Harley. And I thought it was phenomenal. The Harley Joker series that's out right now, which was what we looked at the comic store yesterday. That's another one that I've heard really good things about. But it since I trade weight, I don't have the trade yet. So but yeah, White Knight is awesome. Let's see. Remember not to drop them. Oh man, I feel like that's still a fresh memory for Josh. Like, since it just happened, I didn't catch it live, but he told me about it this morning, and I felt terrible. I couldn't imagine dropping something that's brand new to me. But it sounded like he was able to fix it, so that's a really good thing. Let's see. You ever see the Batman statue with the Bat family around him? Yes. Are you talking about like I know it's not Scotty Young, but was it Amanda Connor? Was it based on her art? But it kind of has that baby variant Scotty Young look. That I really like that statue a lot. It looks really, really cool. It's definitely one I would like to have in my collection at some point. White Knight is sick. Check it out. Yep. I forget which cover I showed you, man. Is the book with the Joker hoodie or something? It looked insane. Yeah, so that's the Harley Joker or Joker Harley series that's currently out right now. I think it's 4 issues long. The 4th issue just came out. All right, and let's take a look what we have here. And part of the wrapping is actually, there we go. This is this is so freaking cool. Oh my god. Oh. Dude, okay. All right. So we're gonna start just here with the base. We're gonna build it. So so here obviously we have the base. Man, this has such a this has such a freaking good feel to it. Like, this is so solid and so heavy. Oh, that's awesome. So here's the base. So you can see all throughout here just a ton of weathering, ton of just like, you know, cracked tile, playing cards all over. That is freaking awesome. And then even like the side, like you just have that awesome wood paneling. You have the green and purple banners right there. Oh man, it looks awesome. And then, I mean, just like obviously copyright and stuff information, but you have that nice Joker logo and then all the DC stuff right there. That is, oh man. And this is just the base. Like this isn't even the actual like statue yet. All right, let's see. So we're gonna go ahead, let's move this over a little bit and we'll start putting together our statue. So one of the things I saw online was essentially you had to put the hammer on before you actually put the Joker figure on. But first, we're gonna go ahead and unwrap. I think probably like I don't know, like this was like one of the coolest things that I saw online that like really sold me on this figure. And oh my god, like that is that's translucent. Oh my god. So okay, this is like the backdrop to it. So what you have here is 2 canisters of the Joker laughing gas, and then you have like it basically spraying out of this canister. You have the nice clouds, and I don't know how well this is coming through. You can kind of see it right there. Like this is translucent. Like there are sections all throughout here. It's almost like a crystallized, not crystallized, but like a frosted glass. This is insane. Oh my god. Like oh. And like the weathering on these back, oh my, this is dumb. Like this is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So like you have the playing cards all throughout this. You have like, I didn't even notice that, a freaking like little Robin doll there tied to the canister. Like just, oh, that is so cool. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just like mesmerized just by a like little piece of it. Yeah, so I honestly I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a resin. I would imagine I would imagine that's what it has to be. But yeah, I really don't know what that is made of. I honestly, I have no idea what that's actually like, you know, what the material on that is, but man, that looks awesome. All right, so I'm gonna quit just like gushing over the excuse me. I'm gonna quit just gushing over the statue or the backdrop here, and we're gonna go ahead and place this where it's supposed to go. So it slides in really nicely on the base. So kind of see right here. Very nice, very nice. And then we'll go ahead and actually, sorry, I just lost my chat, so I'm gonna actually log back into my laptop here, and so I can actually see what you guys are saying. All right, so Kevin says my hands are sweating. Honestly, if you are talking about there's no reason to be sweating. Like this is unbelievable. So let's see. SGM crowdfunding is on his own book right now. No, nice. I know, and he also said something about he was doing another like volume of White Knight. So there was gonna be like a third sequel as well. I know the feeling. I dropped the Gaming Head's Tomb Raider statue removed from the box and shattered pieces. Oh, that sucks. Let's see. Yes, Palpatine. The base is pretty incredible. I love the paint applications. Yeah. So this is like the paint, the detailing, everything is just unbelievable on this. Clear resin, yeah, I kind of mentioned that. I honestly don't know what that's made out of, but it's really cool. I have a feeling the Batman gonna find a home real soon. I agree. Worth the money? Would you recommend? So obviously, I'm still putting everything together, but I'm gonna say yes. I think that just kind of looking at this like right from the get-go, I'm gonna say it's worth every penny that I pay for this. So the next piece, which I said when you kind of look at it online, they said to put this in before you actually put in the Joker body. And here we have his hammer. So the detailing on that is just, I mean, good God, this is gorgeous. You have the carved out kind of wood Joker face right there that just looks so cool. It's like a Pinocchio Joker right there. But I mean, just like all the detail that they were able to get in this thing, man, that is insane. And then coming on the bottom, you do have the J. This side just has the wood grain and some of the cracks. And then the bottom's a little peg where it goes into the base. And then, yeah, some really nice detailing there on the handle. Good Lord, this is gorgeous. Man. All right, so this plugs into this little hole like so. Let's see if I can get that to... And I think that actually has to go... There it is. All right, so there we have our hammer, which, like I said, reading reviews online, before you put the body in, you had to put in the hammer. And then here we have our Joker body for the statue. And, oh, man. See, and this is what I mean by, like, don't get me wrong, I love Hot Toys. I love figures that you can actually pose. But there's just something about the sculpt work of a statue that you don't get this type of dynamic look with a Hot Toy. Like you don't get all these wrinkles, you don't get just all these like design choices, and like the way that it flows on the back, just absolutely stunning. This is unbelievable. Man, just look at that. Like, and I love the coloring. The green looks fantastic. The orange on the vest, the purple, just unbelievably cool. And then kind of coming down here, you do have like little pinstripes there all throughout the legs. Just, yeah, absolutely fantastic. And then obviously you have the little glove right there that looks really nice. So we're going to go ahead and place that here, which I think we have to... All right, so I think we can... And this does come with directions. I'm just being lazy and not actually using them. All right, so if we get that in there, and then we... Sorry, I'm trying to... I'm having a little bit of trouble because it looks like... Because, oh, because it goes like that. Because I'm not a smart one. All right, so there we go. And then if we get this in his hand, and that goes down like so. There we go. Perfect. All right, so there is our Joker so far, statue right there. And then the next pieces we have are his head, which looks unbelievable. And then there should be, is there not a hand? Where's his other hand? Did I lose something out of the box? Well, I don't see anything unless it was in, unless I'm missing something. Well, so here, real quick, sorry. So this is the head sculpt. This is unbelievable. Like, this was the first thing that I noticed, and this was honestly what sold me on the piece, was how insanely detailed that this is. Just, yeah, this is insane. Like, literally, with like how amazing this looks. So hopefully this is actually like focusing pretty well. You can see all that detail all throughout the teeth, everything through like the forehead with the wrinkles, and the hair just looks insanely cool. And man, that sits on there wonderfully. So my only question though, and maybe I'm missing something, but oh, never mind. We're good. It fell out of the box. It fell out of the box. That is, I figured it was in here somewhere. So it was just down, kind of like in my couch a little bit. And there is our, actually I'll just go ahead and show this off real quick before I put it in. So here we obviously have our playing cards with the hand, right? No, I did too. I was like, oh man, don't tell me I'm missing a hand. But no, it was definitely in the box. I was just so anxious and so excited to take this out that it fell out of the box and I didn't see it. But yeah, to get these like awesome Joker playing cards there in his hand, and voila, you have, and I think, oh, that's nice. Like that actually has a magnet in it, and it holds it extremely nicely. And then there you have your Joker. So I'll kind of bring this a little bit closer here. So here is the statue that is absolutely insanely cool. Like this is a centerpiece. Like this is a centerpiece type item. This is unbelievable. Like the detail that it has, that look of the face, this is insanely cool. So yeah, I am I am blown away and beyond excited. I knew I was gonna like it. I did not realize it was gonna be this freaking cool. And as you can kind of tell, like, so if you're looking like here, kind of next to me, you get a fairly good scale of how big and and this thing is extremely heavy. Like it is really, really like solid and has a really good feel to it, which I think you would expect with with an actual statue, not just a figure. But yeah, this thing is so freaking cool. And sorry, I was just geeking out over this so much that I haven't looked at the chat at all. So let's go back and see. Let's see. I need that Joker in my life now, Benji. Yes, I highly recommend this. This is unbelievably cool. I don't know how much the details are actually coming through, like just on that face sculpt. The face sculpt is like the body and everything is really cool. Like obviously the gas is a big thing, but like this face sculpt and the amount of detail that they got into this is it's astounding. Like this is unbelievable. Let's see. George said, "Bro," and explodes, or "Bra," and an exploding emoji. Yes, that's 100% what it is. Prime 1 X-Men Studios also make great Batman statues. Yes. So Prime 1, I would love to get a Prime 1 statue. I would love to get the Noel version of Batman. I just unfortunately don't have $1,200 to blow on a statue right now. So Prime 1 is way out of my price point. So that one unfortunately won't be happening anytime soon, and probably never, unfortunately. Let's see. Coffee saw the Nerd Therapy review. So yes, the Nerd Therapy was the first one I watched, and that was the one that really sold me on this piece. So yeah, I will definitely be trying to do what they did as far as getting the light to come through the smoke. I think this is so cool. Let's see. Black Widow Gentle Giant statue. Looks exactly like ScarJo. Nice. Nice. So yeah, this is really, like I said, the only other statue I have, you can kind of see it right there, is that Batman one. So this is like really kind of my other statue, or this is like kind of the first statue that I've really went out and actually purchased kind of after doing reviews and stuff. So I'm super excited. Let's see. Kyle, why can't I donate? I have no idea. I have no idea how to set that up. So maybe that I don't have it set up. I don't know. He needs to be monetized first. I guess, do I do that like through, like, cause I can get monetized. Like I'm a YouTube partner now, but I don't know if actually I wonder if I can do it here. And that says monetization is on. Honestly, I've never tried, or I've never had anything like that come through. So, and it's definitely not necessary at all. Like it's like I do these videos and all this stuff for fun. It's definitely not needed at all. Like just you guys joining this live stream is way more than enough and so humbling. So definitely appreciate everyone that's in the chat right now. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to go back to. Nick asked, does it have any switchable parts? It does not. So everything that it has is just the standard statue. Obviously, like these parts can come out, but they are not actually like they didn't come with like alternate hands or anything like that. It's only what you see here is what it comes with. But like I said, this looks amazing. Like I guess it'd be kind of cool like if they had a different hand where he was like instead of holding playing cards, he was holding something else. But I don't know, it just fits so well with this statue. I don't think I would personally want anything else other than this. Let's see. Hey Josh, I picked up the Mando Baby Yoda t-shirt today. Also got a new Hope print that we talked about on the stream. Nice. Not too shabby, BJ. Thank you. Yeah, this thing is unbelievably awesome. Let's see. Trevor, what's a Tweeterhead? It's whoever makes this statue. Like honestly, Kevin, like, you know, he basically told me to look up reviews. I still really don't know anything about Tweeterhead other than they make this unbelievable Joker statue that I'm now the proud owner of. So yeah, let's see. This is sweet. I think this man said sweet. Thank you. Yeah, no, this is awesome. Trevor says they make statues. Yeah, yes, obviously they do. Thank you, Ant. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, I am, yeah, such an awesome pickup, honestly. Let's see. Kyle, have they made a Mezco Deathstroke? And if so, how much is it? So they did make a Mezco Deathstroke. They made two versions. They had like the normal blue and orange version, and then they had a PX exclusive, which was like a black and gray variant, and I think gold may have been the other color on it. So they had those two versions. I think they're both completely sold out now, and the only thing that you have is what's on the secondary market. So you're going to be looking to pay, I think, I don't know, like I want to say like they're going between like 100 and 150 for those, and that's probably like it's probably closer to the 150 mark at this point. So yeah, they are out there, but unfortunately, I think the only way you're going to get one is through the secondary market. Let's see. Now you have to get the other pieces, right, Benji? I know that's the bad thing is now that I do have to get a Batman to go along with this and get the blue one and probably the Robin and anything else that unfortunately they come out with, because I am now definitely a fan of Tweeterhead. Yeah. Let's see. David, how's it going? He says, how much was the Hellboy movie figures? They were, I want to say I think they were around 150 a piece for those Mezco Hellboy figures from the show yesterday. They were not cheap, which is funny because they actually had a price tag of $9.99 because that's obviously like what it was originally in the store back in, early 2000s. But I want to say they were at least 150 a piece. So, let's see. Same price as a stimulus check. The Prime 1 stuff, right? I mean, that we bought new patio furniture for the with the stimulus check. Let's see. Your Joker thing looks too. I have a question about leather couches. Shoot. I mean, this is the only one I know of, or this is the only thing I know anything about is this one that I bought randomly when my wife and I got our first apartment once after we were married. So I don't know anything about leather couches, but yeah, shoot me a question, I guess. Iron Patriot is a troll paying no attention. Dave is a better person. Dave is a better person than Iron Patriot. Why not can I be? There's a YouTube reviewer who mostly does DC statue reviews. Can't remember his name though. I'll tell him to check it out. Nerve Therapy was the one because they did a review on all the Tweeterhead statues, so that's the one I've been checking out the most. And I really enjoy their videos, so I've been watching them a lot, trying to see if this was something I wanted to add to the collection. 54 people. Oh my God, there are 54 people in here. This is crazy. Thank you guys so much for hanging out Saturday afternoon. Really, really appreciate it. Iron Patriot, God knows my humor. I do. I definitely do know your humor, so you're good, IP. Let's see. I guess I'll leave. My father-in-law just asked, "Where is Olivia?" I don't think we have Olivia. I don't. I think that she's with your brother and my wife's uncle. So those of you guys don't know, there's essentially a Annabelle style doll that is in our family, and there was kind of a joke of who was going to inherit that doll, and I was told that I was going to inherit it, and it had to go in one of these cases. But I did not take that creepy thing. I think it was going to murder someone in their sleep. That was like the weird, like that was the creepiest doll ever. So, Josh Pence, what's up? Man, I watched the BBS Director's Cut again last night. So freaking good. I can't wait for the Snyder Cut. I am interested to see what the Snyder Cut looks like as well. I think that is going to be maybe a different tone than the Whedon kind of reshoots. So I'm kind of curious to see what Snyder's original vision was. Kane the Demon, Kyle, do you want a naked choke slam? I'm gonna guess no. And yeah. I'm just gonna safely say no on that. Try to OMG or a top rope pile driver again. Not. I don't think so. That doesn't sound fun. Let's see. I just bought issues 1 through that Joker Harley run. Nice, very nice. I think it may only be a 3-issue thing. I thought there was 4, but it may only be 3 because I know the Harleen was only 3 issues, so that may follow that same release the release path. So people are laughing at Kane. Yeah. Do you want to scoop Sidewalk Slam by the devil himself, baby? Again, I think I'm going to have to pass. Would you say it's worth to sell my NECA horror figs and get a few Mezco figs? Definitely want Jason, Freddy. I love the Warriors. Also, the Ascending Nightmen. I mean, that's all up to you. If you want, like, Mezco and NECA are very different lines, obviously, with NECA being, strictly plastic. So really the difference is if you want the soft goods, if you want kind of the look of a little bit more because I mean, like NECA looks fantastic. It's just really, do you want soft goods and do you want maybe some more accessories as far as different head sculpts and, obviously like the bases and things like that? Or do you want, a cheaper price point and just have really good body sculpts? So I guess it'd be kind of like, it's really up to you. Like if you really want something that has fabric, has soft goods, then I would obviously recommend the Mezco route. But if you already have the NECA stuff and you're happy with your collection, unless you're just kind of wanting a refresh of it, I mean, it's kind of weighing, just 2 different options on what you want to be able to see in your collection. So I would just kind of take a look and see if you really want the soft goods or if you want, more of a plastic kind of pieces, because you can always get more NECA for, the price of 1 Mezco. So that'd be like kind of my suggestion is I love the Jason. I think he is a phenomenal figure. He comes with a lot of really cool accessories, but I think, if you're selling kind of a Freddy figure to get another Freddy or another Jason, just because it's a different line, unless you really only collect Mezco, I don't know if necessarily I would do it, but that's perfectly up to you. Let's see. That's a lot of money, my dude. Yes. It honestly, those Hellboy figures are insanely expensive, and those cards were like the clamshell was like gorgeous, so they were asking a pretty premium for them. Which I mean, obviously, I'm dead. That might kill me. Kane, I think this is the first time you've been in a live stream of mine. I haven't been threatened with wrestling moves ever in a live stream before. When are you going to live stream? Miss you, bro. There's a 4th. eBay seller only had 3. Okay. I didn't know if it was a 3 or 4 issue. Let's see. IP. Josh, I canceled work tomorrow, bro. Is that because of all the stuff going on, Iron? And if so, definitely hope that you are staying safe and everything is going good for you. Did you check Midtown Comics? They ship. Yeah, Midtown Comics. I bought a lot of stuff from them. They can be a little bit slow on shipping, but I've always gotten really good customer service, and the books always come extremely neat and clean. So I've never had really an issue with them. Let's see, have you seen any of the charity sketches Jim Lee has been doing to aid comic shops? Yes, and I would if they weren't, a couple $1,000s. I would love to be able to get a Jim Lee piece, especially just do a Batman style Hush or a Hush style Batman. But unfortunately, I just don't have that much money to put towards one piece of art right now. So, I mean, it's one of those things it's going for charity, so it's a really good cause. But those are going so high so quickly you know, it's just people are gonna pay an insane amount of money for original Jim Lee art. I don't even have a Jim Lee signature. I tried to meet him at C2E2 the last time I went, but it was a lottery system, and unfortunately I didn't win to be able to get in line. He only had like 1 hour time slot of signing, and I wasn't able to get in. But I would love to be able to get a autograph from him. I'd be chilling. Let's see, man. Anything Jim Lee? Yeah, anything Jim Lee is going. Any original art, even just like a quick little remark, it goes for a lot of money. So definitely don't have the funds right now for that. Let's see. Huge fan of his work, but man, possible to get. Yeah, like same with Greg Capullo. Like I love his work. I would love to have a original page. Like he is my favorite artist, like Batman artist. And the only thing I'm ever going to be able to get is that signed print right there. I can't pay, you know, $5,000 for an original piece from him, unfortunately. So I highly doubt ever in my life that I will ever own a piece from Jim Lee or Greg Capullo, unfortunately. I do have quite a few things signed by Greg Capullo, so I'm excited about that. Let's see, and I got to meet him and Scott Snyder a couple years ago at the Cincinnati Expo, so that was like a Grail meeting for me for sure. Yes, sir. In Chicago's going crazy, and the gas station's closed. Yeah, I figured that. Like I know everything. Like kind of the big city is the bigger cities is definitely, unfortunately, you know, ramping up, and really hope that anyone that is in a big city is safe and everyone's doing okay, and yeah, and just really hope for everybody's safety during this these just insane times right now with everything that's going on. David asks, why are the Hellboy movie toys are not at the second market? Why are they so hard to find? So I mean, I don't think they made very many of them. That was super early Mezco, and honestly, Hellboy still really isn't a huge household name. I think it was just that they made so few of those figures. And there's so many, like there's just not very many of them in circulation, which is why they're going for the prices they are, is because they're extremely hard to find. And to find one like in a nice clamshell packaging that isn't yellowed or isn't broken or anything like that, there's so few of those that's it. Like, you know, like people are gonna have to pay a pretty penny to get them. I have to say, if it comes down to it and Kane shows up at your house, pick the Sidewalk Slam, it wouldn't hurt as much. Josh, I really appreciate that suggestion. I know nothing about wrestling. I know who Kane is. I do at least know that. I at least, you know, back in the day, he had the mask with, like, you know, the red and black stripes. I at least know that, but I know nothing. I know nothing about wrestling. So yeah, so I appreciate the I appreciate the suggestion on which one's going to hurt the less, because I don't know any of the slams. Let's see. Sorry, hell yes, man. I saw one piece for K. How the F did someone drop that kind of dough, right? Someone, and the funny thing is, so I listened to a comic art collecting podcast, and the cover for Batman #1, the New 52 #1, went for like $58,000, I think is what the collector paid for it. So one cover, one piece of art went for 50 plus. So yeah, his art is insane. Let's see. Capullo and Lee are two of my favorites. We'll get both their signatures. Yeah, so I have Capullo, don't have Lee. Hopefully one day I'll be able to get Lee. Let's see. Nice, Josh. Josh has bought his first Star Wars slab. Congratulations, sir. The looting has moved to the burbs, so it's not even like downtown anymore. That's crazy, man. That's awful. So far, Cincinnati, I think everything is. I don't know if Cincinnati has like really been too crazy. I know there's like obviously a lot of protesters downtown and things like that, but I have not heard of like any like really kind of out of control like rioting or anything like that. So like I said, hopefully everyone that has any involvement in anything like to do with this is staying safe, and you know, and things are hopefully staying as peaceful as they can. So definitely hoping for everyone's safety again. Let's see. Kyle, do you collect a lot of Batman comics? I do. So I try to collect all the comics I can. I'm a trade collector now. I don't really do single issues all that much anymore. But I have a ton of Batman. Like I have the entire New 52 run. I have Batman. I think I have everything from Like I have a mixed mash of like classic like golden bronze or silver and bronze age Batman, and then I have pretty much an entire run starting with like 700 and like right around Hush, which I think Hush was I think seven. When was that run? I think it was in the mid 700s. So I mainly have everything from Hush on, and then I have a New 52 run complete, and then I have Tom King's run complete up to 50. So I have everything up to the wedding, and then that's when I switch to trades. So yeah, so I have a pretty good collection of Batman, Detective Comics, and all the Batman spin-off comics. Let's see. I have a bunch that if you want, oh brother. I mean, again, I will never turn down comics, especially Batman comics. Let's see. People are asking Josh what he got. I would like to know what he got as well. But if you are not, let's see. But yeah, if you don't want to tell me, or if you don't want to tell the chat, and you want it to be on a video or something, completely understand. Let's see. Kyle, do you need him on to get rid of Kane? Nah, he's all good. It doesn't bother me at all. It's fun. It's all fun. And Kane is the mayor of my hometown, Knoxville, Tennessee. Huh. I'm assuming that's not like actually like that can't be like the actual wrestler is the mayor. I mean, it could be. I genuinely have no idea. Mezco needs to make more Hellboy movie figures. I agree. I would love to see them reissue or redo some new Hellboy stuff. I'm excited for their 112 Hellboy. Although I am gonna go with the Hot Toys version, I think, over the Mezco one. Kyle, probably not getting mad at Kane. Like I said, we're all here for fun. It's all fun. He's not doing anything that crazy. So let's just enjoy today. Let's just have fun. And if someone wants to say they're gonna ask me if I want to choke slam or he actually is the mayor. Oh, I had no idea. That is crazy. Let's see. They have two Hellboys on pre-order. Yeah, so they have the PX exclusive, which is the one to get because it has like the actual like flaming crown and then like the head sculpt with the giant horns and all the other normal accessories that the normal one comes with. So if you're gonna order the PX or the 112 Hellboy, the David Harbour new movie Hellboy, get the PX exclusive because that's the much better one in my opinion. Let's see. Which Hellboy 2 is which ones? So it's not Hellboy 2. It's the David Harbour 2018. I think that was 2018 or 2019 movie. Whenever it came out, that's what. Andy asked, "Do I like Tom King on Batman?" My honest opinion, no. I do not. There are aspects of Tom King's run that I like, but overall, I am not a fan of Tom King's run. I think that the emo whining, woe is me, I'll never be happy, and this whole long drawn out thing of Bane, sorry, spoilers, I'm talking about spoilers here, but the whole like long drawn out Bane controlling everything and, basically him and Psycho Pirate like controlling everyone's mind and getting Catwoman to basically agree to marry Batman and then leaving him at the altar. And now Thomas Wayne's involved from Flashpoint, and it's too slow. It's too whiny. It's too, I don't know, like emo. Like I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all, and I'm extremely excited now that James Tynan's taken over, and I'm really excited to see where he's going to take Batman. So that's just my personal opinion. Like I completely see the merit of Tom King, and I love Tom King. Like Sheriffs of Babylon, one of my favorite books. I love The Vision. I love Mr. Miracle. There's a lot that Tom King has done that I really, 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 really enjoy. I think he's a great writer, and I think what he wrote on Batman was good. It just it didn't connect with me the way it does other readers. So if you liked it, awesome. It just wasn't for me. So and that's fine. Like that's the cool thing about comics is, not everything is going to be for everybody. And, and if something doesn't connect with you, like then you can find, a million different other things that do. So yeah, that was just kind of my personal take on Tom King's run. Let's see. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I will shoot you a DM on Instagram IP. I appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah, is the actual wrestler. That's crazy. I had no idea he was actually a mayor. That is awesome. Mezco Supreme Knight looks sick. Fully agree, Ants. I cannot wait to get that one. Super excited for that. The Mr. Freeze, the Two-Face, and the KG Beast. I think all those are going to be awesome this year. Let's see. Glenn Jacobs, aka Can, is the mayor of Knoxville. That's crazy. No, not the David Halbert. Like the Ron Perlman one better. Yeah, I don't think you'll see Mezco do another Ron Perlman one. I think everything will be on the license from the new movie. So you have any Kevin Conroy autos? I do not. I have actually never met Kevin Conroy. I don't think he's been to a show that I've actually been at. I would love to meet Kevin. Like I said in my last live stream, he is Batman for me. Like anytime I read a comic, that's the voice I hear. Like, he's Batman. So I would love to be able to get an autograph of, a still frame from the animated series with Kevin's signature on it, because that would be amazing. Josh says Kyle, a choke slam is when you get picked up by the throat and slammed on your back, and a top rope pile driver is when you land on your head off turnbuckle. It would hurt, but while naked. Yeah, all that just sounds awful. I have a statue of Power Girl and Huntress together. Why you eyeballing me, dude? Was I eyeballing you? My bad. Let's see. Does Thomas Wayne kill people in the comics? Like which comic? Like the Flashpoint, I think he does. And this new one, does he? I'm trying to think in the Tom King run, because he's been in it for the last 2 or 3 volumes. I think right after the wedding is when it was revealed that Thomas Wayne had come back. I think in this last issue they were going through the desert to go to the Lazarus Pit, and I'm pretty sure there's some of Ra's al Ghul's like henchmen that come out of the desert. I'm pretty sure Thomas kills them. I think because I'm pretty sure because Bruce is like actually trying to stop him and just trying to obviously injure them, not kill them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's killing in this new run. And Flashpoint, he does. Let's see. Slappy, I'm going to send you a pic later. Mostly 3D covers and $1 bin issues. Awesome. So I'm just going to hurt $50 on the ground. What's going to happen if you start buying DC figures? Because I end up really liking this Joker Horror stuff. I'm all for it. You know me, I love seeing people get into DC and Batman and all that. And I hope you do. Like, I really hope you get into Batman and these books for the Black Label. The Black Label is really cool because it is, like I said, more adult-oriented. So it has, like, some more mature themes and just some really cool stuff that they can't do on the normally, that they do in the normal DC universe that's not geared towards kids, but has to be a little bit more family-friendly. Let's see. Sheriff Babylon is supposed to become a series on HBO Max and Netflix. I could totally see that. I think that'd work actually very well as a series. I'm kind of surprised they haven't picked someone hasn't picked that up a little bit sooner, but I could totally see that. Like in the age of Homeland and, all these like political thrillers, I think that one would definitely be a good choice and could really kind of bring another indie comic into like the spotlight. Like I could almost see that. Like, I mean, obviously Walking Dead is kind of a anomaly with it being like zombies and all that, but I really think that Sheriff of Babylon could like kind of become a really well-known, watched, kind of like goes across more than just comics medium. So I could definitely see that working really well. Let's see. Almost exposed my burner. Hell yeah, Josh Pence, DC Figs. Yep, fully agree, man. I am all about it if you start collecting. Let's see, do you have the Mezco Dark Knight Returns? Unfortunately, I do not. I just started collecting Mezco like 3 weeks ago for Batman. I did a trade where I traded a couple of my Marvel Hot Toys for pretty much at least one of, I think the only one I'm missing is the Ascending Knight, like from newer Mezco 112s. I do not have any of like the original Dark Knight ones. I would love to pick those up if I could find them somewhat reasonably. But I think the cheapest I've ever seen one is like $200, $250. and that was at a show last year. They had both the blue and the black cow, and yeah, they were both extremely pricey, but they look awesome. Let's see. Agree on Conroy's 100% Batman. Yep, fully agree. I also love that you're happy with Star Wars and Hot Toys. Josh Plant's display looking great. Fully, yep. Josh's stuff looks awesome. I love seeing him get back into Star Wars, and it's really, really cool to see. Let's see. Kyle, have you ever been to a WUV show? I have not. So I'm not a big wrestling guy. Never really have been. Like when I was a kid, I watched it a little bit. Like I liked Ultimate Warrior. I liked Hulk. I loved Andre the Giant. And, it had like some action figures and stuff of that. But it just was something that I never really kind of got into. And even like high school and stuff, like, a bunch of my friends and people I knew were all into it. And just never really got into it a whole lot. So no, I've never been to a WWE event. And I really don't kind of watch anything. I know Josh and Cincy, they would always go to the shows and stuff. So it was cool to see. Like if you guys enjoy it, that's awesome. It's just something I've never really dove into. Let's see. You might, there's a lot. Let's see. Just kidding. Okay, see, I have an awesome OG Mezco Permanent figure, Figure Real Toys. So yeah, like those are the ones that are like insanely expensive. Those original Mezco figures. Let's see. If I ever get into DC, I probably go to the Mezco or the select Mezcos. Yeah, I think that like though the Mezcos look really, really good. See, Iron Patriot, thoughts on the NHL playoffs? I'm excited. I'm interested to see what this is going to look like without fans, with a hockey game being played without fans. But I'm beyond excited to have hockey back. I think they did it in the most fair way they could with this kind of round robin like wild card round. I don't know. Like the crazy thing is, I really don't know how to feel about the Blue Jackets playing the Maple Leafs because none of these guys have played in 2 months. So like it's not like both teams are clicking and firing on all cylinders, and you can kind of see trends of how they're playing. Because I think honestly, right when the playoffs or right when the season kind of halted, I think that Toronto probably would probably beat Columbus in a 5-game series. But now I really don't know. Like there's just gonna be so much unknown. There's gonna be it's gonna be impossible to predict. There's just until like the first and second round really are played. I don't think we're gonna have any idea what these teams look like and yeah, like how it's all gonna shake out. The thing that sucks is now that they threw in all these extra teams, I think 22 made the playoffs. So we have 8 that aren't in the playoffs. So can you imagine if you are one of those 8 teams that didn't make the playoffs, aka the Detroit Red Wings? But you know what? They had a year of 27 straight years or something like that in the playoffs. You know what? Screw them. Sorry, as a Columbus Blue Jacket fan, I am not a Detroit Red Wings fan at all. And I was, before the Blue Jackets existed, I was a St. Louis Blue fan. So yeah, the Red Wings have no love from me at all. But I could see the Blues repeat. I mean, they're fantastic. Like they're really good. But like I said, I just don't know what's going to happen with 2 months of being off. Like, are guys going to be rusty? Are they still going to have chemistry? Are they? I have no idea what this is going to look like. Let's see. I can't believe my Hawks got in. Yep. I mean, like I said, it's the fairest way to do it though. Undertaker's my favorite wrestler, Iron Patriot. Nice. Let's see. What else do we have? Sorry, I lost everything. Mezco Joker. Nick says Mezco Joker Deluxe is the way to go. So I actually had a chance to buy that for like $100 a couple of years ago, and I passed on it, and now I'm kicking myself. I wish I would have done that, but I would like to pick that up at some point. That looks like an awesome figure. Big David Dog, Rammy, what is going on? How are you doing tonight? Stone Cold is Iron Patriot's favorite wrestler. Hey Kyle, are you gonna? Michael Taylor asks, hey Kyle, are you gonna get the McFarlane 1000 Superman? I'm really thinking about it. Like early in the stream, if you weren't in here, I did say like I'm not a huge Superman fan, but I love the look of that figure. So I really kind of would like to pick that up just to have it in like a DC collection. So I think it'd be cool. Iron Patriot says he feels like he's speed dating. All right. Well, I hope you're, finding some love out there then. I just noticed the Blue's Clues tattoo. It's mail time. Got me an interesting story behind it. Yeah, so Don, I do have a Blue's Clues tattoo. Me and my brother, we actually got matching Blue's Clues tattoos. My sister's still mad about it. So if she's watching or in my family's, I apologize. We did not mean to leave you out of it. But so we were just trying to we were trying to think of dumb stuff. Like obviously I'm very heavily tattooed, and I at this point I just like getting kind of dumb fun stuff. And my brother and I were trying to think of something that was funny that we could get. And when we were little, so I'm 10 years older than my brother, and so when when we were home in the summer, like he would always be watching Nick Jr. and there was this joke, not a joke, but like I kind of like torture him because like at the time the slogan was Nick Jr. is just for me. So I would tell him like whenever that little slogan played, like I think it was Face was like the mascot or something like that. Whenever it came on and said Nick Jr. is just for me, I would look at him and be like, yeah, Nick Jr. is just for me. You're not allowed to watch it. And so like, I don't know, Blue's Clues was like kind of like just like our thing, I guess. And I remember like when I visited New York City when I was in 7th grade, he was like, I don't know, he would have been 3 or 4 at the time. And I remember going to FAO Schwartz, and I actually bought him like a Blue's Clues stuffed animal. So I don't know, it's just something that was like, very personal to my brother and I. So yeah, we decided to get Blue's Clues tattoos, and it's I don't know, it's a fun story to tell. So and I just like getting dumb stuff on my on my body at this point. Let's see where all the chicks at. I don't know. Let's see, Kiwi Hector 316. Yeah. I picked up a 91 Hasbro Series 4 Undertaker from eBay. Nice. Did you post it on the gram? Hey Kyle, we just moved to our new house. With the move came the move of collectibles. When I saw what I had in one truck, I realized I need to pare down my collection. Right? I'm sure that that opens up a lot of eyes once you actually box it all up and see how much room it takes, like in a moving truck. But that is awesome, man. Congratulations on the house. I hope everything's going well with the move and you guys are getting settled in. That is fantastic. Awesome news to hear. Some like really nice positive news in kind of the outbreak of everything that's going on right now. So that is awesome. Love to hear it, man. So hopefully you're able to pare down a little bit and you're able to get your collection, everything displayed up and looking nice. So congratulations, man. Let's see. I'm not in hockey. I'm waiting for baseball and basketball to come back. Yeah, honestly, I just want sports at this point. I was making a joke the other day. I was like, man, you put like, I don't know, dominoes or something on ESPN. I'm probably gonna watch it just to see some sort of competition. I haven't been able to get into like, I know they're doing a lot of like E-Series stuff. I know the MLS has been doing a lot of e-sports stuff. I just can't get into it. I tried watching some of the tournaments and just not for me, unfortunately. Let's see. Yeah, the Blackhawks finally got in. Together went nice. Congrats on the house. Yep. Blues will repeat. Don't hate on the Wings. I'll hate on the Wings all I want. I started to focus the collection more. I do have one more piece coming eventually from Sideshow. The Kid Logic Robotech Motocross. Nice. Yeah, I think that's like the big thing is like that's my thing is like just trying to focus the collection on just like Batman, Star Wars, and and it's just so much more fun and it's so much easier, just to kind of really focus on one little thing, or not one little thing, but just keeping kind of everything down to just the one thing that you're really excited and into. Like even the show the other day or the show yesterday, it was just so nice just to like walk through and just only look for Batman things. Was stuff I was really trying to buy, and it took away a lot of that impulse buying kind of feeling. I saw some really cool stuff that I wanted to show with everybody, but I didn't feel like I had to buy it. And it wasn't until I actually found Batman figures that I was like, oh, this is the stuff that I actually want to buy. So I don't know. I really think that it's super healthy to like really kind of just focus on one thing instead of getting into like 20 different things. I think it's more rewarding, and I do think it helps me personally make better decisions on what I'm buying, and it's really helped me at least. So it's good to hear. I know Jack squat about hockey. That's all right. Most people don't. It's not, obviously it's not the most popular sport here in America. So let's see. What do you think of Manu Bennett as Deathstroke and Arrow? Honestly, if you guys, I don't know if you saw my question or my answer to if I watched Arrow. I really don't watch it a whole lot. The episodes I saw that he was in, he was fine. I didn't really watch it a whole lot, but I thought his portrayal was fine from the episodes that I did see. Blue School whoa. Let's see. Still sad about Batgirl. Irony's so good. I love watching Blue's Clues. I was born in 98, so Blue's Clues is my jam. Yep, you are like right in there at that perfect spot. Let's see. By the way, you're doing awesome as hell with this live stream. A lot of people don't even pay attention to the chat. No, I appreciate it. Like honestly, like the whole reason I do this is to talk to you guys. Like that's what we're here for. Like that's what I want to do is connect with you guys. If you guys have any questions, like, I mean, obviously I want to show like the statue off because it's amazing. But like the whole idea is just to all of us get together, have a little conversation, have some fun, you know, just pass some time on a Sunday night, and hope you guys are enjoying it. I really appreciate it. Like all this stuff, like, you know, just doing these streams and being able to put together videos. Like this is so much fun. It's just a awesome hobby. It's really kind of, I don't know, brought like some creativity, like kind of like in my life right now. So I'm super excited that everyone's responding and, you know, connecting with it. So you guys are like the reason I do this. Like, so like being able to do this is it's what it's all about. And like the friendships with Josh and Cincy and Craig and Billy and all the rest of the Sweet Spot. This is the reason like why we're all here. So thank you guys so much. I really, really do appreciate it. Let's see. And thank you. Yeah, no, and that's kind of like what I want to do is hopefully this is engaging. Hopefully you guys are having fun with it. So, and obviously there's 46 people in here. So hopefully you guys are enjoying. Your future is bright and social speaking is looking bright. So that's the thing I think I suck at is the talking. I say way too much. I say way too much. And I really want to say it right there, but I'm trying to learn not to. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I have a LeBron James patch auto card. Nice. That is cool. So the hockey cards, like when Cincy and all them, like when I watched them open up their packs and all that stuff, I would love to get into that for the memorabilia. Because I think it's so cool to have like, you know, the patch of the crest or the shoulder patch or like the number or something like that. And especially all the autographs. That is so freaking cool. But I know, like, my luck, I would never pull anything. Or, honestly, you know what I would pull? I'd pull something from the freaking Detroit Red Wings or the Nashville Predators. So, like, the team I probably hate the most now is Pittsburgh Penguins. But I'd pull something from them, and I wouldn't want that. I'd just burn it. I'd pull, like, a Sidney Crosby autograph and just throw it in the trash. I'm a big NASCAR fan. Knight says, so glad it's back in real life. The first sport to come back. Yeah, so I'm not a big NASCAR guy, but that is awesome that it's come back, and it sounds like they're doing it pretty well as far as like, you know, getting the TV and everything up and going. So it's awesome to see sports back. I know Germany, me being a soccer fan, Germany has brought back the Bundesliga, which I've been watching that on Saturday and Sunday mornings. So that's been really fun. So I cannot wait for MLS and hockey to come back. So yeah, I'm glad you guys are all enjoying the sports because this is definitely what we need. See, Jeremy says, I've been motivated by you, Josh, and Foxy to be more focused. Too many random pieces. Even at great pieces isn't worth it. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Yeah, like, and that was kind of like my thing is like, you know, looking at like all my Marvel stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I love it. But really the only character that I really connect with in the Marvel universe is Spider-Man. Everything else, like, I really like, but I just bought it because I went and saw the movie. I got super excited. And then as soon as I walked out of the theater, I pre-ordered it like a hot toy on Sideshow. And like when I really think about it, I'm like, I was just excited about the movie. Like, don't be wrong, like the movies are fantastic. Like it was fun, like having that high. But it was like one of those things. Like now that I look at it, I'm like, I really didn't need that figure. But you know, and then when I look at Batman, it's like, oh, I connect with it. Like I want that in my collection. Like there's just a lot to it, a lot more to it that's lasting. Not just that quick high. So that's just kind of my feeling on like how I'm trying to focus my collection right now, if that makes sense. See, Kyle, do you have any SH Figure Art Batman figs? I do. No, I don't. I have Mafex. I have the Dark Knight 2.0 Batman from Mafex. I do not have any SH figure arts. I wouldn't mind picking up the Injustice, the Joker, and Batman at some point. Those look really cool. Josh's son was actually showing me off his Joker from SH Figure Arts yesterday, and like when Josh was kind of messing with the articulation, or was it Josh or Karina? One of the two was playing around with it, and it looked really nice. So yeah, they look nice. I just haven't picked any of them up yet. Let's see. Kyle, Kevin asks, Kyle, have you seen that did Tom Waits inspired Heath Ledger clip where Heath Ledger same speech pattern pretty close? Guess we will never know. That movie was such a moment in time in the theater. No, I have not. Is it a YouTube clip? Because if it is, I will make a note of that and I will watch that because that'd be interesting to see. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I'll once I'm done with this, I'll get on. Have to check out a YouTube clip of that. Let's see. You should check out Toner DC Stars. There's a Joker, Batman, Harley. So Toner is that like that? They're more like actual like dolls, right? Like they're more like not like Barbie. I think it's like the wrong comparison, or maybe it's not. But I thought those were more kind of like actual like dolls. I guess would be, I guess for lack of a better term. But no, I have not. I have not actually looked at them, but I definitely would. Let's see. Any thoughts on ESPN's Last Dance documentary? I unfortunately have not. I'm not one of the cool kids that has watched The Last Dance yet. I need to, but my wife and I, we've been going back and watching the league. So that's all we've been watching recently. Is we've been throwing on the episodes of the league whenever we have some free time or something in the background. So I unfortunately have not watched The Last Dance. I've heard it's phenomenal. Probably once. Is it fully done yet, or are there still more episodes? Because what I'll do is I'll probably just binge the whole thing one day. But I do really want to see it because I've heard the stories and stuff that they are telling are awesome, and it's a really insightful and it's really interesting and insightful to look at the like the life and kind of everything that Jordan was kind of into, and some of the gambling aspects and some of the arrogance, which obviously if you're the greatest player in the world, you're going to have some of that. So I don't know. I definitely want to see it, and I've heard nothing but fantastic things. The figure arts King Batman looks really cool. I agree. The pictures I have seen do look really, really nice. So like the movie figures, the only thing that I'm gonna get is Hot Toys, since like I don't really feel like I need more than one of versions of my movie figures, and I just think the Hot Toys look kind of the best, like for as far as scale and detail for the movie version. So it looks awesome. Like same with the Mezco 89 Batman. But since I have them in the Hot Toys form, that's just what I'm going to keep collecting. Let's see. Speaking of Heath Ledger, Joker NECA quarter scale 7-inch version is pretty pricey. Yeah, so those NECA quarter scales, some of those go pretty high in price. I didn't realize that, but I mean, I guess they're all sold out. So those are things that you know are going to be hard to find on the secondary market. Kim says yes. Okay, I think I remember seeing. Actually, at your shop, O'Smiley's, huge shout out to them. So if anyone's in the Cincinnati area, definitely go check out O'Smiley's. Go check out my video that I posted last weekend where Josh, Billy, and I go to O'Smiley's and checked out the whole thing. Love their shop. Like their booths at all the expos and everything are fantastic. I bought a ton of stuff from them. They've actually, I think, quite a bit of my Batman collection. They've actually helped curate. So, including this amazing piece right here. So check them out. But yeah, so I thought I remember seeing them at your store, and they were a little bit more on the doll side. Yes, but they are limited and high end. Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check out some like closer reviews and stuff. It's honestly something I've ever really heard of. I mean, I've heard of it, but it's not something I've ever actually really looked at in detail. So I'll have to look. Josh says, Kyle, I have to say the love and joy, enthusiasm, and the way you talk about collecting is good outlook on toys and the way it should be treated. So I'm subscribing. Thank you so much, Josh. I absolutely appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. It's awesome. Like that's what I hope I'm conveying to kind of everybody that watches my channel and stuff is just, that this can be fun, and it's just fun to kind of share like collecting with everybody. This is a community, and if we can all, I don't know, have fun and collect pieces of plastic and resin and things that connect and inspire us, I think that's it helps us inspire other things throughout kind of our everyday life. So I don't know, like I just hope you guys are enjoying everything that we're doing here. Let's see. BJ says, love the league. I know, it's such a great show. Like everything between Taco and Kevin and Rafi, and it's like Rafi's still, like, I know his lines are coming, and I still just crack up laughing every time I hear him. Like, it's hysterical. And actually, I can't remember the actor's name, but the guy that plays Kevin, he was on ESPN, Mike and Mike, when that show was still going. And they actually were interviewing him. And I didn't realize this, but the league really, it's kind of like Curb Your Enthusiasm, where there really wasn't a script. There was just the scene had to get from this point to this point, and then they just let the actors ad-lib everything. And if you ever notice, whenever Rafi is saying something, it's usually a close-up shot of just Rafi. And the actor that played Kevin said the reason because of that is because he said all the other actors, when he is talking, they are on the ground crying. They are laughing so hard. So he was saying that, like, the stuff that was coming out of Rafi's mouth, no one knew what he was going to say. And the other actors could not keep it together because of how hysterically funny he was and just so off the wall. And he made that character his own. So I just thought that was such a awesome story. And just like kind of a little interesting tidbit on that show. So sorry if no one else has watched the league, but it's such a good show. It's on FX. Actually, it's on Hulu right now. It's been over for a couple seasons. I think there's 6 seasons in total, but it's about fantasy football and like a group of friends that are just basically out to beat each other in fantasy football. So it's hysterically funny. It's got like Nick Kroll's in it. Seth Rogen has a cameo quite a bit. There's a ton of NFL players that are all throughout the entire show. It's really funny. Let's see. I've only seen Save the Last Dance. I don't think that's the same thing. Let's see. I've been watching Empire Strikes Back at least once a day. Nice. And nothing wrong with that. Like I watch like some of my favorite movies. I watch them over and over and over and over. So yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with that. What is my favorite Batman movie? Batman Returns. 1000%, not even a question. Let's see. Steven Daniels asks, Kyle, are you still thinking of getting the Sideshow Joker? Yes. I just haven't pre-ordered. Or not pre-ordered because it's out yet. I just haven't. So that one, basically, I have a feeling it's going to be around for a little bit because most of the 1/6 scale Joker and Sideshow pieces usually hang around, like they don't sell out super quick. And they made 1,000 of the exclusive one with the alternate head sculpt, which is the one I really want. So there's just some other collectibles that are a little bit more in demand, and I'm deciding to wait on it. If the second I see if that goes up to like low stock remaining, I 1000% am buying that instantly because I want to make sure I get it. But as of right now, I'm just kind of playing the waiting game on that. One, to see if maybe they offer a little bit of a discount on it at some point, or like maybe free shipping or something. But I will be getting that Sideshow Joker just as soon as I can. Let's see. It's done. 10 episodes. Okay. Yeah, I thought that the series was wrapping up, but I didn't know if it was already there or if it was starting to get there. Or I need to check out the Lance Armstrong doc too. Nice. Honestly, like the ESPN stuff is fantastic. So I watched the LAFC documentary that they did on ESPN Plus. That was phenomenal. I love the ESPN 30 for 30 series. A ton of those. Like I think the one where the guy who has no money buys the New York Islanders. That was like one of the most like engrossing like just documentaries I had ever seen. The one on Aaron Hernandez was fantastic. The one on the Miami Hurricanes, like that was awesome. Everything, I mean, just everything from the Detroit Pistons one I saw was awesome. The Christian Laettner one was fantastic. There's just ESPN does some really, really cool sports documentaries, and I've really liked a lot of them. So that's the reason I really want to watch The Last Dance, because I figured it's probably just up there with all the other ones as well. Let's see. Are you a box guy or do you chuck them after you display? Jeff Akers asks. So Obviously, Hot Toys, I keep like Hot Toys and high-end collectibles. I keep all the boxes because one, it houses all the different accessories, and two, if I ever do decide to resell, like that's obviously something I need, and it's easy to take them in and out. If it's a cheap figure like my McFarlane series or like Legends or anything like that, I throw them out. I don't yeah, I really don't have any need for them. If I I'm not planning on trying to resell those or anything like that. So. No, I throw my boxes away, and then obviously, like the only thing I really keep on card, I open and everything except for the Kenner Batman stuff that I've been trying to reacquire from like the '90s, like the Returns and the Legends of Batman, things like that. I keep those on card just because I think the card looks really cool and it's just nostalgic for me. So yeah, I keep those. I keep those all on card. Let's see. What else do we have? Duo with Rafi and Seth Rogen. Yep, with Rafi and Dirty Randy. Those are they're so dumb. Marshawn Lynch came to crack me up on that show. Oh, he's so funny when it's just funny that like Taco is like the Taco's birthday song. That's like the first ever episode, and that's so freaking funny. Yeah, but it's funny that like Taco is like the one that has all these connections with NFL players like Marshawn Lynch and who else did he? Oh, Mark Cuban. Yeah, Mark from Cuba. It's so cool. Josh is still buying comics. I love it. That is awesome. So what else are you buying, man? Ant wants to thoughts on Bank Robber Joker Hot Toy. It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. I want that piece. It's awesome. And the nice thing is it comes with the mask of the clown mask that he wears walking into the bank, but it also comes with an unmasked sculpt of Heath Ledger. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. So because honestly that one's quite a bit cheaper on the secondary market right now than the actual like real purple suit Heath Ledger Joker. So if you can get that one and then just put the Heath Ledger face sculpt on, that still gives you that piece of Heath Ledger Joker in your collection, because that's what I did, because I don't have the purple suit yet. So that's a nice kind of cheaper alternative. Like he's still kind of expensive, like around $350, $400 is probably a going rate for the 2.0 Bank Robber Joker. But if you had the purple one and you have both of them, then you can just put the bank robbing mask on, and then you have like kind of the henchman look, and I really like that. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do. Once I get the purple suit one, then I'm gonna go ahead and put the bank robber mask and just have like a really cool display of both of them together. But I highly recommend it. Definitely try to get the 2.0 version over the 1.0. The base is a lot nicer. There's some articulation issues that were on the first one that are not in the second one. And I think the face sculpt of the unmasked Heath Ledger is a lot better. So definitely go for the 2.0, but I highly recommend that figure. It's fantastic. Let's see. Making movies like usual. Let's see. Roy Halladay, 30 for 30 has been really good. I've not watched that one, but I would check that one out. Last Dance is amazing. Another was Star Wars slab purchase. Nice. I love it. Let's see. Cream City. Do you buy Marvel Hot Toys? Yes, I did. I am slowly getting rid of those and just focusing 100% on Batman. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is it's going to be all Batman related for Hot Toys from here on out, and then a couple Star Wars ones here and there. Although Star Wars, I'm now actually, the reason I traded Josh sold Josh the Han was because I'm going only Sith. I'm gonna try to collect all the villains essentially from Star Wars, and like I'm still probably gonna keep my Luke hot toy that I have, just because obviously like that's like it's Luke Skywalker, you got to have one in your collection. But outside of that, I think I'm only going to be purchasing the Sith side of the dark side and Boba, since I kind of consider him a villain too, in my Star Wars collection right now. And I think I have the Mando pre-ordered with the child, and I want that one too. But I kind of feel like he's obviously a good guy, but he's not one of the main Skywalker saga characters. So yeah. So let's see. I gotta go. Jeremy said I gotta put the kids to bed. Kyle and everyone else in the chat, please love. Love to all of you, no matter who you are. Really important. Stay safe out there. Fully agree, Jeremy. Thank you so much for checking this out. Love talking to you, man. Hope to talk to you again soon. And again, congratulations on the house. So I hope you have a fantastic night. Let's see. Kevin says, I'm smiling off when you cannot find the handouts, freaking out. Have a good night, Kyle chat. Yeah, no, that was freaking me out too, because I was like, oh no, like there was no like I had to be in here. So yeah, no, I was overzealous in opening the box, so we're all good. Let's see. I think am I caught up to the chat? I am. Oh man, this has been in 2 hours. This was supposed to be. Like, I was only going to do this for like 45 minutes, and here we are 2 hours into the freaking stream. That's awesome. Like I said, like the whole reason I do this is to be able to connect with you guys and just have a good night. Because like I said, I'm just going to be sitting down here messing with figures and stuff anyway. So let's do it like together and kind of show some stuff off, and let's just have a good time talking. So yeah, so I think it is 9:30. I've been on here for 2 hours. I will show this off one last time. So if you guys have just joined, this is what I unboxed. So this is the Tweeterhead 1/6 scale Joker statue, and this thing is insanely cool. Just that face sculpt, just unbelievable. I cannot. I don't think the camera is doing this any justice of how amazing this is. All the detail from all the waves and design and the suit. The face sculpt is unbelievable, and then just this awesome base here with this translucent, like I said, I don't know what material it is, but it's a translucent green like smoke effect here with the laughing gas. You got the playing cards all throughout. This thing is freaking heavy. I'm trying to hold it with one hand, and it's probably shouldn't do that, but the mallet there with all the detail on that, and then the playing cards on the floor. It's just, this thing is this is a true centerpiece. Like between this and that Batman statue, like these are, going on extremely prominent spots in my collection. And yeah, absolutely unbelievable. I am so insanely excited that I was able to add this to my collection. So yeah, so that's what I unboxed. And then on a smaller scale, I also unboxed this Freddy Mezco right there. So I feel like I haven't given him any love tonight because I've been so obsessed with this. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and let's see, in this, the freaking laughing gas. What's up, man? Very nice statue. Thanks, Slash. Thank you so much for joining. Unfortunately, I think I am going to end this just because it's been 2 hours and I don't have anything else to open. And I got to go kind of to bed at some point. And spend some time with the wife. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. And my favorite part of the Joker's statue's gas effect. Yeah, like that. Like the statue is awesome. The face sculpt is awesome. But there's something about just the look of this gas. It just sets off the piece. Absolutely amazing. Rob Morris, thank you so much. Have a great night yourself. Night. Peace. Thank you guys so much for joining. Josh, as always, love you, brother. Thank you so much for joining, and I cannot wait to find out what comics and slabs and everything that you bought. And anytime you want to get on, we'll talk some comics, kind of talk some original art. We can kind of just go over a lot of different stuff. You know me, I love to talk comics, so I'm all for it, man. Anytime you want, brother. So you have a fantastic night. Stay safe, everyone out there. Stay safe. I hope everyone is able to stay safe and peaceful. And I just hope, honestly, for nothing but safety for everyone out there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. This has been so much fun. So hope you guys all have a fantastic night. And that is going to do it for this stream. And I think I might have a video up maybe Wednesday. Going over, I'm going to do like a little spotlight or showcase of the Batman armory that I got. I know I unboxed it, but I'm going to do like an actual like kind of up close video of it. I think I'm going to post that maybe Wednesday or Thursday, and then we'll kind of just go from there. Then depending on what I get this week, I may do another live stream next weekend. Sunday's been kind of my day to do a live stream, so I think I may continue that. But again, thank you guys so much, and I cannot thank you guys enough. So that is going to do it for me. Now I'm just talking over myself. So, chat, thank you so much, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.